here today really to share my journey with this company, Ground Construction Limited, and how they're implementing work-based learning along with Middlesex University, and also to share with you my vision for work-based learning within the company. My story begins in March 2009 when the directors of GCL approached me to help them develop their organisation. This company was founded in 1997 by 2 directors. It grew really rapidly and has a good reputation in the construction field. But now wants to develop future leaders to free up the directors to do other jobs. They made it very clear they did not want to recruit people from the outside, but they wanted to grow their staff organically. So what were my choices? Well, GCL wants to develop leaders. They do not want to send them to academic courses, requiring time off work and so on. So I recommended work-based learning at degree level and to focus on the organisational development and not just on the development of individuals. And this is what I see as a key strength of work-based learning. With my input, the directors selected 4 key individuals who were seen to be prospective leaders, 2 senior managers and 2 middle managers. Now, there was quite a bit of personal input. I sat down personally with each candidate and individually explained to them how work-based learning might work for them, how it could lead to either bachelor's or master level degrees, depending on their prior learning, which Middlesex would accredit, and also the amount of time they were willing to invest in academic research. I then came up with a syllabus that was in conjunction with the directors and the 4 candidates, and we identified 4 key areas: health and safety and quality assurance, commercial management, communication and reporting, and finally construction and design management. It was clear to me at this stage that we needed some kind of advisor or facilitator in order to make this work. So with a little persuasion from me, the directors agreed to fund an academic advisor. And so we all agreed, that is the directors, the academic advisor, myself and the 4 candidates, that we would start initially with health and safety. GCL already have a very good reputation in health and safety, but this was, they're just not want to be seen now as leaders in the field. So, what's the impact so far? Well, it's early days. The 4 candidates began meeting in January of this year, and they met monthly thereafter. They meet in the head office of Ground Construction every month. The academic advisor and I helped them to make sense of their research, how it applies to the organisation as a whole. So it's not just the individual development, it's organisational development. Each candidate knows at each meeting what the others are working on, how their projects are progressing, and they're encouraged to give feedback on the practical application of ideas to GCL. At all times they're encouraged to work as a team and support each other. For example, the senior managers are able to offer their expertise to the more middle managers, and the middle managers inform their senior colleagues about issues on the ground. So an anecdote or a real life experience might help you to understand the process. John is a senior commercial manager, little or no experience of working out there on the site. So on hearing his colleagues, he began to get an understanding of the real implications of a crane driver having a heart attack 100 feet up in the air in his cab, and the necessity for having a really workable rescue plan to recover from the incapacitated employee. And these slides will give you an idea of the scale that these men work on. So it's this growing awareness of each other's roles and the opportunity to work very closely together as a team that I see as the real bonus of work-based learning. The full impact is impossible to evaluate just now, but early indications are very positive. GCL already has exemplary health and safety track record, and they're now working on even more robust policies as a direct result of this work-based learning. So how can we be assured of the quality of these degrees that these candidates will attain, hopefully? There are 3 aspects to assessment. One is that a 5,000-word theoretical report has already been submitted to Middlesex University, and that will be assessed by the academics. They also have to include guidelines for a particular product to be developed. For example, the blueprint for a more robust waste management pamphlet is already drawn up. And finally, they have to do a 20-minute presentation, not just to the academics, but to the senior directors. So I see this as quite unique. because the present leadership will hear the future leaders' aspirations, and this is an opportunity for them to influence key decisions in the future. You might wonder, have I gained any insights from all of this? Main difficulty was a communication problem. We spent several months, I think, not having a clue what each other was saying. So the term project, for example, seemed to disorientate everybody until finally we had a glossary of terms drawn up so we each understood each other. That is the academic side and the construction people. It took from March 2009 to December 2009 for me to gain a workable interface between GCL and the Institute. Did anything go well? Well, firstly, the candidates really applied themselves well as soon as they understood the requirements of the tasks. They sought out experts in health and safety, attended meetings with the directors, and used the electronic facilities from Middlesex University. There are no set ways, there are no boundaries to work-based learning. It's open. And I think it's a much more hands-on approach and friendlier approach than academic sort of traditional lectures. A great surprise for both the academic advisor and I was the level of research and the critical detailed analysis that 4 candidates have already produced. And finally, what's my future vision for work-based learning at GCL? The 4 candidates are very committed to gaining degrees and have made that clear from the beginning in construction management. 2 will go for bachelor's and 2 at master's level. As they work very closely together, they're likely to develop as a robust team, providing firm and innovative leadership. This type of development is unique to GCL, but it can be customized for any other key managers that they now want to apply it to. And on a personal note, I hope to do a research project on the impact of work-based learning, not just on the individuals, but on the organisation as a whole. And maybe have something more to offer you at the conference next year. So I'd like to thank Alex Mortimer for inviting me along, and thank you to the Informatology Conference for having me here and for sharing my journey with GCL so far.